Most people at least try to be good parents, but these individuals seem to have just given up on parenting. Parents from South Korea called the Kims starved their baby girl to death because they were busy raising a virtual baby online. The couple was addicted to video games, and instead of caring for their prematurely born baby, they spent their days at a local internet cafe raising a virtual child, and their own child starved to death. The baby girl was given a bottle once a day and was often fed spoiled formula. The parents also hit the child for crying due to hunger. What's even more shocking was that the father only got a sentence of 2 years in jail, and the mother had her sentence suspended because she was pregnant. Chad and Joey Mudd decided to take a different kind of parenting path. When their 13 and 14-year-old daughters went to school or completed chores, the parents would reward them, but instead of giving the girls a later curfew or buying them the newest gadget, they gave their kids cocaine and marijuana. Chad took his cool dad parenting skills one step farther by snorting cocaine with one of his daughter's boyfriends in his truck. Of course, this kind of parenting leads to one thing: the parents getting sent to jail. Drunk on whiskey and high on marijuana, 33-year-old Larry Long decided to put his infant in the oven. Though the oven was half open and not turned on, when he realized what he had done, he made a phone call to Mental Health Crisis Line, which alerted the authorities. The baby was checked out at a local hospital and found to be unharmed. Larry was devastated by his actions and thought that the marijuana he had taken might have been laced with a hallucinogen, but he was still arrested for endangerment. 34-year-old mother Shannon Johnson found her situation impossible when she was distracted by Facebook while her infant son was taking a bath. While her 13-month-old was splashing in the tub, she was in a different room checking her friend's status, posting videos and playing a game. Though she did check on the child once and claimed that the baby had been left alone in the tub before, this time it didn't end well, and the baby drowned while in the tub. Shannon was arrested and sentenced to more than 40 years of life in prison. When 3-year-old Bastian misbehaved at school, his father, Christophe Champenois, decided to put him in the washing machine and turned it on. The youngster died in the washing machine screaming for help while his mother did a puzzle with her daughter and his father surfed the internet. The parents first told authorities that the youngster had fallen down the stairs, then drowned when he was given a bath. But his 5-year-old sister told the truth, that her brother had been put in the washing machine. In the ultimate example of multi-generational bad parenting, grandfather Don Baker, along with parents Jessica Kelsey, 17 years old, and George Kelsey, 18 years old, encouraged their 2-year-old child to smoke marijuana in their apartment. The child and a sibling had been put in protective custody, and the parents and grandfather had been charged. When Kenesha Pruitt, 20 years old, and Anthony Cervantes, 18 years old, moved out of their home in Toledo, Ohio, they left something behind: the body of a baby frozen solid in the freezer. Friends and family members knew Kenesha had been pregnant, but no birth had been announced, and no one knew what had happened to the baby until the landlord discovered the body. In Pennsylvania, 46-year-old Frank Conway decided it was a good idea to have his 8-year-old son be his designated driver after a night of heavy drinking. The boy was sitting in his father's lap, steering and working the pedals, when he hit a tree. The child sustained injuries in the crash that required medical attention, but his dad still didn't see how having an 8-year-old drive his Jeep Grand Cherokee was a problem. After a homicide prompted a search of the home of Gregory and LaQuaron Lacey, the police discovered the house contained a strip club, complete with a stage, a pole, alcohol, and a private erotic zone. Maybe a private home-based strip club seems cool and entrepreneurial, but Gregory and LaQuaron also had 7 adopted children in the home, all under the age of 11. The kids had watched the strip shows into the hours of the morning. The parents also beat the children, leaving scars and marks, and had drugs in the home that were easily accessible to the children. James and Sandra Davis from Dodge County needed to find a way to make their $281 payment on their 1998 Dodge Caravan. Somehow they negotiated a disturbing deal with Wayne, the manager at Shorty's used car. These parents decided to trade sex with their 14-year-old daughter for the car payment. In the investigation, it was found that the car dealership wasn't the only place these parents had pimped out their daughter. It appears they also used her to get drugs and money. Liane Smith lost it when her partner Martin Smith was arrested as a pedophile for repeatedly raping her daughter. Instead of becoming angry with Martin for abusing her child, she went on the run with him. Then, when he was finally caught and extradited, she took her 5-year-old daughter and 11-month-old son on a vacation trip and then suffocated both children. Liane also intended to kill herself, but instead called the police. She told authorities that she knew protective services would take the children away from her, so she decided to kill them all so they couldn't be separated. Ashley Jessup took videos of herself performing sex acts on her 10-month-old baby and then sent those videos to her boyfriend, Jordan Russell. Jordan had encouraged his girlfriend to perform and record the sex acts with her baby. He stored the videos on his computer, where his ex-girlfriend discovered the videos and contacted authorities, who removed the baby from Ashley's care and arrested her and Jordan. Several authorities have noted this is the strangest case they have ever encountered. In Indonesia, 2-year-old Ardi Rizal smokes 40 cigarettes a day. Along with his smoking habit, this 2-year-old is severely overweight and can't run around with other children his own age due to his poor health. His parents have allowed his smoking habit because he throws tantrums and says he feels sick when they don't let him smoke. Ardi's father, Mohammed, thinks his son looks healthy, and the toddler's parents have continued to indulge their toddler's habit even though they have been offered a free car in exchange for getting the youngster to quit smoking from the early interview. But in recent news, the parents have restricted Ardi from smoking, and he's down to 5 cigarettes a day. When James Dearman couldn't get his 6- and 7-year-old boys to stop running around and be quiet when they were supposed to go to bed, he punished them by making them stand against the wall. When James then caught his younger son watching him play a video game, he took his punishment a step further. James had the child lay on the sofa facing the cushions and then sat on the child. The 270-pound man continued the punishment even when the child cried out that he could not breathe. After taking a break from his gameplay to smoke a cigarette, James discovered the child had blue lips and was not moving, and he called 911. However, they were not able to revive the child. James has been arrested by the Sarasota County Police, who are carrying out an ongoing investigation. For 24 years, Josef Fritzl had a secret. He had imprisoned his daughter Elizabeth, raping her and fathering several children with her. Josef had built tiny underground rooms where Elizabeth gave birth to her 7 children. 3 of the children were kept imprisoned with Elizabeth. The other 3 of the children Josef brought home to his wife to raise, saying Elizabeth abandoned them, and 1 child died shortly after being born due to a lack of medical care. Though the imprisonment started when Elizabeth was 19, her father had been sexually abusing her since she was 11 years old. Josef's wife and neighbors never noticed anything wrong or suspected he was holding his daughter captive. Josef was arrested and sentenced to life in prison. Hey guys, thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe.